Hey there, Shanel here from the Heart and Soul with your weekly Oracle card reading for July 25th through the 31st, 2022. We are almost at the end of July and hopefully almost at the end of that crazy energy we've been experiencing over the last couple of weeks. I know everybody's tired of it. So let's see what the cards have to say this week to see if we can move out of this energy, although I kind of feel like maybe we have one more week of it. I was very much drawn to the Animal Tarot cards by the lovely Radley Valentine this week. And of course, we're going to draw 3 cards to see what this energy is for this upcoming week. That is card number 1. And we'll pull 2 more. That's card number 2. And... oh. They're jumping all over the place. Card number 3, let's see what they have to say. Card number 1 is Princess of Water. So again, this is a tarot deck. So we're going to have major arcana and minor arcana cards. The major arcana is our major life changes. The minor arcana are broken into suits. This one here is the suit of winter. The card is Seagull. This is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of matching solution. If helpful information is put to you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. I love that the seagull is wearing a crown. As expected, we're not quite through that kind of roller coaster energy right now. And I joke that it is a total roller coaster energy and not the good put your hands in the air and scream kind, but hold on for dear life. We will be at the end soon enough kind. Everybody has been hyper emotional and just moving through crap that we really feels gross and yucky for us right now. It's really this piece of letting go of some of these things that need to happen. Now, this is speaking to sometimes they're throwing too much at me at the same time. What we're talking about with this card is this piece of we are kind of at the end of this energy. We are almost through it. For those of you who don't want to learn your lessons, you're going to drag it out even longer and it's going to get even more uncomfortable. For those that have been moving through the process and taking the lessons as they come, really understanding, releasing, letting go, assimilating new ways, new habits, new thoughts, new belief systems, it's a different shift. Those that have chosen to do the soul work are going to kind of come to this end of this energy very soon. The next week and a little bit, we're going to see it dampen off, taper down, and become a lot more kind of status quo, a lot more neutral feeling, a lot calmer feeling, less tears, less frustration, a lot less up and down. We're going to feel that calm. Sometimes the answers are going to come really bluntly to us. Sometimes they're going to be kind of pushed right in front of our face so that we can really acknowledge them for what they are. As if you want to move forward in a different way, you have to move in a different way. You can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. So things are coming to a head. Things are needing to be kind of polished and really finished out to be able to move forward. So I really encourage you to pay attention to those lessons that are being given to you this week, to really pay attention to what it is you need to let go of, release, assimilate, because it's so important to your path forward to actually take those things on head on this week. It feels like a head on kind of week. Okay, card number 2 is Ego, and this is one of our major arcana cards. It's our Siamese cat. You may feel that you're trapped in your situation, which I know a lot of us feel like right now, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. I've had this conversation a few times lately with people, and yes, money makes the world go round. I get it. But money is just energy. Energy flows freely to us. So if you can imagine energy, money in a different way, it's going to take on a new kind of form for you. If you're really hyper-focused on money and material wealth and how that's going to look, it can really affect everything else. Our priority is looking at our own joy and happiness, and not just us alone, because sometimes we have to look at this as as like everyone involved, because if we have children or family or blah, 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 that comes into play. So I want to say joy and happiness, but it's not just about us completely. But yes, our joy and happiness is a big part of what is happening right now. We are being put on a path that really allows us to step into that freedom, to step into that joy, that happiness. Knowing that, really understanding that when we walk that path of truth, the flow of financial will always be there to support us. Being aware of the things we do and don't need will allow us to understand this flow of energy and that money is energy. Again, they're going back again to this piece of material wealth, about financial, about money. This is not where the heart needs to lie right now. It will do you no good. It will feel like a cement weight, ball and chain. It just does not have a good feeling. So if that is where your focus is, know that it is going to be very uncomfortable until you change that, until you shift that to where that energy really needs to be. It will not feel good. Let's put it that way. Okay, card number 3 is another major arcana card. Now, this is unusual. There is a lot less major arcana cards than there is minor arcana cards. So this week contains a major shift. Not surprising, the way that the energy's been. I am not shocked that this week contains a major shift. So this card is the Emperor card. It's a deer mouse. Structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much wisdom to offer. We have our butterfly in that picture for transformation and change. Oh, so many things. Lead by example. Always key to lead by example. You have so much wisdom on this journey that you've been on. It is time to really take that wisdom and move forward with it. Again, this awareness of money is energy. And that when we focus our energy on the positive, when we focus our energy on the powerful things like love and happiness and joy, it really shifts things and allows that energy to flow to us in a different way. This card, this deer mouse, this structure, this organization, this awareness of what it is that we need and don't need is so key. We cannot just move through life all airy-fairy all the time. I talk about getting grounded and being grounded because that allows us to see the path forward. Yes, manifestation, money, it's an energetic thing, but at the same time, there is action behind those things. We cannot just live our life being all like, woo, all the time, because how is it supposed to come all together? I can be that way, but I'm going to miss my appointments to my clients, or not show up for work on time, or set a schedule for something and then not be there because my brain isn't focused and organized. We need to compartmentalize things sometimes. We need to have things organized in a day planner or in our phone or in an electronic calendar. There is an importance to that. This week is really about getting our bleep together. And they would love me to say that word out loud. I'm not going to. But it is really about getting your stuff together. If you cannot take the time this week to get focused and get centered, to create an action plan, to really look at where you're focusing your energy, where it is that you want to go in this world, all of those things have to come together this week, and it is important to spend time doing that. I cannot stress this enough. They're being very, very clear. It is very, very important to spend time focusing on where you want to be. What is it that you want to create? And standing in that place of power and positivity, because that is where the difference is going to be this week. If you fall back into that wallowing, if you fall back into that negativity, it is not going to be a good week for you. It will be a week of tears and anger and frustration and just trying to sort yourself out. If you can knuckle down and do what you need to do this week, things will shift and change in a major way. The energy is shifting. You can choose to stay in this energy and not do the work right now, or you can choose to do the hard work that is involved to get you out of it. It is your choice. The universe says it is always your choice. So I hope that you put your energy into the positive this week and really focus on where it is that you want to go and really focus on the energy of that to create this amazing life that you deserve so much. Again, this week will be what you choose it to be. I hope in my heart that it is a wonderful week. Thank you so much for being here and listening, for being part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours, allowing me to be your spiritual tour guide. I do have a course coming up next Friday. That is the 29th. I am teaching Crystals for Manifestation at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. If you are interested, you can jump over to my website and grab the link or find it here in my social media in the link in bio. And get yourself into that course. Again, it is Friday, July 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. It will be recorded, and if you join into that workshop, you will have access to it for 30 days, the recording, so that you can go back to that information. If you are part of the Divine Map membership, you always have access to it, don't you worry, and it is a free course for those that are members. Doors to Divine Map membership will open again in August, and there is a special reading night where you can join in on that to get yourself on that waiting list to get into the Divine Map membership. So please join the newsletter if you want to learn more. To keep following here on social media, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all the places. From my heart and soul to yours, have an amazing week.